So Gavin Newsom was on the Late Show with Stephen Colbert, and he was trying to raise awareness to this idea and the fear of Donald Trump somehow canceling the 2028 presidential election. He's also afraid that Donald Trump may do something about the 2026 elections. Now, I don't think that's going to happen. States handle the elections, not the federal level. Now, some states may choose to go along with whatever Donald Trump tries to say or tries to do. However, there are going to be a lot of limits. First of all, if a state tries to suspend the elections, there's going to be lawsuits. And courts are going to probably order states to hold elections. It's not going to be as simple as him coming out and saying, well, we're not doing elections, I'm staying in power. It's not going to be that easy. Not, at least not for Donald Trump. As far as what could happen, well, if states decided not to hold elections for the president, they would have to turn in some kind of tally for the Electoral College and cast their vote that way. Again, those would be met by legal challenges, especially if there was no vote. Some states did try to do this preemptively ahead of the 2024 election, and that went nowhere. So they could try, but ultimately I think the courts would side in favor of the people and in favor of the voting. Now, as long as Democrats control the House and the Senate come the 2026 midterms or after the midterms, it would be a lot harder for them to do any funny business in the electoral vote count and grant Donald Trump an extra term or things like that, because even though the vice president would be the one overseeing it, there would be a lot more checks and balances against Donald Trump being able to steal the election. Ultimately, I don't think he's going to be a factor in the election. Yes, we need to be aware of all of the rhetoric that Donald Trump is saying and everything he is doing, but he's not going to be able to stop the elections. He's just not. It's not going to happen. Now, hopefully I'm not proven wrong by this. I've been wrong before. But I think we are going to have elections. I think a Democrat is going to win by a wide margin, wider than anybody is probably going to predict, myself included. But I think what we are going to see is an election happen, and Donald Trump probably won't even be relevant by the election. By the way his health is looking and everything else, there is a good chance he doesn't make it to the election. And I have said if he loses bad in the midterms, there's a chance the Republicans turn on him ahead of the 28 midterms, trying to reset and refresh their brand going into 28. So I think the elections will happen, but he's trying to raise awareness, so we're all paying attention.